On Monday, Governor Kevin Stitt signed a bill making Oklahoma a Second Amendment sanctuary state. At the same time, the U.S. Supreme Court has agreed to hear arguments on gun-related issues. Rory Taylor takes a look at what Oklahoma's new gun laws will do and if they could be on a path to a courtroom challenge as well.
On Monday, Governor Kevin Stitt signed a bill declaring that the state of Oklahoma would not be obligated to enforce any new federal gun laws restricting the purchasing or owning of firearms.
The federal government has already done an overreach by saying magazines that hold over so much ammunition could be outlawed. Also, certain parts of guns can be outlawed, and even certain guns can be outlawed. So this is telling the federal government, no, you're not going to be able to do that, and the state of Oklahoma is going to protect its citizens in doing so.
Don Spencer is the president of the Oklahoma Second Amendment Association that lobbies for deregulating firearm purchases and possession. He agrees with the bill's author, Senator Warren Hamilton of McCurtain, who in a statement said, Senate Bill 631 states that the gun laws as they exist today are as restrictive as they're ever going to be, and that they cannot be added to. No governmental agency has the constitutional authority to restrict magazines, ammunition, modern sporting rifles, or AR pistols. Moms Demand Action, a nonpartisan group that advocates for gun violence prevention, opposes the bill and says it could be struck down in court.
The Second Amendment sanctuary state actually has a good chance of being declared unconstitutional. And it's an interesting approach to protect constitutional rights by violating the same constitution. There's already a process to challenge the constitutionality of laws, including firearms laws. This isn't it.
Beth Furnish says that while Republican legislators continue to push policies that relax regulations, most Oklahomans are actually in favor of additional safety-focused laws.
Most Oklahomans want common sense gun laws, and an overwhelming majority of Oklahomans oppose laws like permitless carry and the Second Amendment sanctuary. But our legislators have shown they will file and pass just about any bill at the request of OK2A, which is the gun lobby in Oklahoma.
She bases that on the results of a poll conducted by Moms Demand Action in 2018. It found that 89% of gun-owning Oklahomans supported the policy at the time requiring a permit, safety training, and clean record to carry a loaded handgun in public. And 79% of gun owners polled strongly opposed the removal of those requirements. But the following year, a constitutional carry law repealed them.
I think the fewer the gun laws, the better. The fewer the restrictions on the people, the better society is as a whole. They can protect themselves, they can defend themselves, and they've proven to be very responsible just given the opportunity.
Oklahoma is one of several states that have passed Second Amendment sanctuary state legislation. Oklahoma and North Dakota became the 8th and 9th sanctuary states on Monday, with West Virginia becoming the 10th on Tuesday. Texas also has a similar bill in progress, with state lawmakers across the nation looking to Congress, the president, and ultimately the Supreme Court to issue guidance and rulings.
The Supreme Court has been extremely reluctant to take new cases that would actually further flesh out what the right does and doesn't protect. But now they're poised to do so because this case really does open up it's kind of the next major issue. You could say that Heller was a case about the right to keep arms. This is a case about the scope and nature of the right to bear arms outside the home.
On the same day that Governor Stitt signed Oklahoma's declaration as a Second Amendment sanctuary state, the Supreme Court announced it would take up a case against New York's restrictive carry laws, which do not allow for open carry and tightly limit who can get a permit for concealed carry.
That's very different from how carry laws work in the vast majority of the rest of the country. Over 40 states now either don't require a state-issued permit at all to carry a handgun concealed for self-defense. Oklahoma is in that category now. Or they do require a permit, but the permit is available on what's called a shall-issue basis.
Rather than a set of clear criteria that, once fulfilled, require the state to issue a permit, New York allows further discretion in its issuing of concealed carry permits. Based on previous federal rulings and the Supreme Court roster, there's good reason to expect the New York law will be stricken down, affirming the individual right not just to keep, but also to bear arms.
And if you do see new federal gun controls of various kinds coming down the pipe in the next 4 years, as there's some reason to think there might be, those will be subject to Second Amendment challenges. Now, that doesn't mean all of them will be struck down, but it'll be conducted against the background of, okay, the Supreme Court has reaffirmed this right.
Rory Taylor, The Oklahoma News Report.
Rory, thanks. Earlier this month, President Biden urged Congress to pass stronger gun regulations in addition to signing an executive order that would track sales of firearms that are assembled from kits.